Humans know the surprising prick of a needle, the searing pain of a stubbed toe, and the throbbing of a toothache. We can identify many types of pain and have multiple ways of treating it, but what about other species? How do the animals all around us experience pain? It's important that we find out. We keep animals as pets. They enrich our environment, we farm many species for food, and we use them in experiments to advance science and human health. Animals are clearly important to us, so it's equally important that we avoid causing them unnecessary pain. Invertebrates, including humans, pain can be split into two distinct processes. In the first, nerves in the skin sense something harmful and communicate that information to the spinal cord. There, motor neurons activate movements that make us rapidly jerk away from the threat. This is the physical recognition of harm called nociception, and nearly all animals, even those with very simple nervous systems, experience it. Without this ability, animals would be unable to avoid harm and their survival would be threatened. In the lab, scientists have discovered that animals like chickens and rats will self-administer pain-reducing drugs if they're hurting. Animals also avoid situations where they've been hurt before, which suggests awareness of threats. We've reached the point that research has made us so sure that vertebrates recognize pain that it's illegal in many countries to needlessly harm these animals. But what about other types of animals, like invertebrates? These animals aren't legally protected, partly because their behaviors are harder to read. We can make good guesses about some of them, like oysters, worms, and jellyfish. These are examples of animals that either lack a brain or have a very simple one. So an oyster may recoil when squirted with lemon juice, for instance, because of nociception. But with such a simple nervous system, it's unlikely to experience the conscious part of pain. This poses an ethical problem because we may be causing these animals unnecessary suffering. Scientific experimentation, though controversial, gives us some clues. Tests on hermit crabs show that they'll leave an undesirable shell if they're zapped with electricity, but stay if it's a good shell, and octopi that might originally curl up an injured arm to protect it will risk using it to catch prey. That suggests that these animals make value judgments around sensory input, instead of just reacting reflexively to harm. Meanwhile, crabs have been known to repeatedly rub a spot on their bodies where they've received an electric shock. And even sea slugs flinch when they know they're about to receive a noxious stimulus. That means they have some memory of physical sensations. We still have a lot to learn about animal pain. As our knowledge grows, it may one day allow us to live in a world where we don't cause pain needlessly.